Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
like a fire. You better start moving. Just like a fire. Burn it, burn it. You better start moving. Just like a fire. Burn it, burn it. You better start moving. Start moving. Just like a
Wow. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby, as we've always said. Hope you're having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, night, no matter where you are in the world. Welcome to the show. It's 11. We hit it, put the lemon into the water. Let's do what we do. And the 10 minutes is for me and it's for you. It's because we do a lot of mental exercise here on this show. We do a lot. We go over a lot. We talk about the news that's coming at us. We go over certain ideas, new coins, old coins, concepts. I teach, and I want to get you ready. I want you to get your coffee, get your water, get your juice, whatever you're into, get yourself situated and get yourself ready. And so that 10 minutes gives you some time to really get focused and realize that you're about to go on a journey mentally with me. I'm about to give you everything I got, and we're going to go places together, but I need you to be there. For me to get where I need to go, I need you to be there. If I don't have focused and disciplined individuals, then we don't have a show, right? I need people who want to be focused and disciplined for us to get where we want to go. So blessed that you care about yourself and want to go to the moon. And thank you for letting me have a place to come every single day for me to be focused and disciplined. You guys think I saved you. Most people say, you saved me, Sammy. You did so much. What everybody doesn't realize is each and every one of you saved me and gave me a purpose in life and a place to be every single day. You gave me routine and structure, and without any of those things, I would not have any of the things that I do have now. So you made me a better trader. You made me a better person. You made me a better father to myself, to everybody. So blessings on blessings. Let's take an actual sip of the water. I just realized I didn't take a sip of the water, but let's decalcify the pineal. Let's get in that beautiful alkalinity that comes in from the acidity of the lemon. Research this, and let's take a big sip, and let's stay hydrated. Give ourselves what our body needs the most. And that is absolutely amazing. Blessings on blessings to everybody out here for being alive. PEPE hitting the all-time high. I call PEPE here the shoulder, head, shoulder. It was a beautiful, complex, inverted head and shoulder, clear to see. Those are one of the easiest things to trade, like if you see it. Then it came back down for a perfect retest of the key entry and then blasted right to the upside for 65% gains in total, still holding gains a little under that. If I could find this poll, somewhere about 45%. But if you're in the trading group, this was spoon-fed. Tight moving averages, high volume node, low stochastics on the smaller time frame too, and we were ready to go. And then that inverted complex head and shoulder really said it all. So shout out to anyone that took gains on PEPE, as I don't have the screen up. But look at PEPE beautifully starting the day off with this shoulder, head, shoulder. It broke out, came down for the retest, blasted up for 65% gains on PEPE. Absolutely beautiful what we're seeing happening for PEPE. You can imagine. I want you to draw it out yourself when you don't see me. I want you to calm down. No, I'm just joking. I made a mistake. But look at the tight moving averages, told the story. And we still have some legs here. We'll see what happens. I look at the smaller time frames to see what type of flags we're making. See if the 4 hour, the 4 hour is a little too far away from the 21 days. So when you pump beautifully like that and you make this gap away from the 21-day moving average, they're likely going to come back. I would pull a Fibonacci, gear up, and get ready for a 618, maybe a 0.5 retracement. Previous support and resistance too. So I'd be aiming at that 11523. What is it? Yeah, 11483 level for PEPE. Shout out to everybody here in the world. Thank you for being here and kicking it with me, even when I don't have the screen up. All right. I pray abundance in everything and everyone for reading this and their family. Jesus' mighty name. Amen. So, God bless you, Kenny Barnett. We love you. We appreciate you. And we care about you. All right. All right, let's take a look at BTC on the radar. And that's the thing. We go over so many coins, make so many, projections through the system, and the system plays out. And through that system, people start to see what's happening. Anyway, let's take a look at what I see happening for Bitcoin on the day. You can see this falling wedge. I told you when we got here, the 4 hour was going to do what? What was the 4 hour going to do? Anybody remember what I said? Probably 50, 60 times now. 4 times a stream, 5 times a stream. I'm just waiting for somebody here in the chat to finish my statement here. Touch the 21. There's my man Frankie Fit for Life. He nails it. He's paying attention. Shout out to everybody here. So exactly, we want to make sure Bitcoin came back to the 21-day moving average. So we're going to delete all my old work. We're going to discuss it this morning. I mean, I'll bring it back actually for a second, because this morning we're watching the 7-minute. And the 7-minute still has kind of a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder. You can't say it doesn't. It's got this inverted head and shoulder that it's hanging, and it has this bullish div that's kicking strong, as this is swinging up on the RSI but swinging down on price action. That's a teaching moment right there for someone who's never seen bullish divergence or doesn't know how to identify it on a smaller time frame. And that's why every single moment of the stream is a teaching moment if you're conscious of what you're saying. That's why when I see people waste time on their streams, like, you can talk a story here, you can make fun here, you make some jokes, but at the end of the day, you know, you got to accomplish the goal. The goal is to help other people, right? And if that's the goal, keep it moving. If I help other people, they'll be helped by, you know, they'll make gains. If they make gains, they'll join my trading group. They want more education, and then I'll make gains. So by helping others, I help myself, right? If you know, you can't, that's the human race. That's the way it is. If you can combine other people's success with your success, then you've won. You don't have to be the only one that gets successful. But look at this beautiful short squeeze that just came out here. And look at the 7-minute breaking the 200 MA. We know that's a bullish sign. If we could hold that, that's like, wow, look at that. That's one of the biggest 7-minute candles I've ever seen. Look, you've never seen one that big except for like right there. Massive short squeeze off the bullish divergence, just as I talked about it too. It's like right as I said, bullish, you know what bullish div is? And boom, to the upside for Bitcoin. And it, you know, today is kind of feeling more like a Monday. Like, I'd be careful, you know, a short squeeze in. That was definitely a short squeeze right there. You can see it. They got some liquidations. Those are actual liquidations. This is BOOKMAP. Link to BOOKMAP in the description. It's explaining exactly what's happening. It's kind of showing you what's going on behind the charts. It's like, see what the candlesticks are hiding. See the liquidity. But you can still see there's a lot of people that want to buy Bitcoin. That's right, buy Bitcoin. 596 Bitcoins, 346 Bitcoins. That's about 1,000 Bitcoins, around 67,000. And then some liquidity trickled down to 65. They may never get it. All right. And look at that move. It was up and right back down. Just be careful today. It's very volatile today. Price action is extremely volatile. Volatile it means it's up and down fast. When you hear someone say volatile, it's up and down very fast. It's going up, it's going down, it's choppy. If you don't know what you're doing, if you're not able to get in and out on the smaller time frames, you are going to get banged. This is when I would surgically, you know, like right there, I might have even opened up a trade there 1 minute, boom, got banged out because we got a false move above the 200 MA. We're going to break all this down for you and talk about it again, but you can see here, you got to get back above the 200 MA here on the 1 minute to be bullish. Wow, we went up and right, look, they're chewing anyone up around this $69,000 area, just chewing people up. Like, they're just chewing them up. And they're going after the longs and the shorts. They don't care. My thing is this, second time's a charm. You get back above this 200 SMA again, I feel like I have to take that for a long. Shout out to everybody out here on the live. Thank you for being here. Shout out to MEXC. I do receive a commission if you jump on into any of the links below. I appreciate that. And we also have links up here pinned. You want to join the trading group, jump on in, hit cryptolifer.com. All right. It'll take you to the beautiful website where you can see my wonderful face yet again, if you haven't got enough, and you can unlock financial freedom. Join today, 99% trading group. We call it the 99 because it's $99 a month. Put your email address in here and hit consent and subscribe to the weekly newsletter too. We'd like to see you in there. And start right away. Get it going immediately. Start being with a group of people that want to do the right thing. It's like you're walking this way and then you see everyone walking that way. You just turn around and started walking with the right group. No more drugs, no more alcohol, no more pain. I'm not saying we can teach you how to, quit all that stuff, but we're going to give you something else to focus on. If you've been going down the wrong path, you need some positive mindset and positive people in your life. And I know many people that have joined the trading group and said, you know what, the trading group really helped me change a lot of other things in my life. But anyway, trading helped me. That's how that, again, I'm not a guru. I'm not Tim Robbins here. I am someone that's trying to teach you through consistency and discipline. I'm just really trying to show you through action that if you do the same things over again, this is about you. If you do the same things over and over again every single day, you will see results, period. You will see results. And with those results, you will see some type of change, and it may be a positive one. So the 1 minute got this crazy little pop and then made a nice little flag. Looks like it may want to break back above this 200 MA. I may get frisky here. I don't, let's see what's going on. When there's volatility, I know there's movement. And when there's movement, I could take advantage of a move if I'm surgical with it. Once we get above that 200 MA, we should be able to blast again. They did a fake out. Usually they don't do it twice, but you never know. Sometimes by the time I set up the trade, it's over. 70,543. I've just learned to get quicker at it. 548. Stop loss 69695, right? And I know exactly, like, I'm back to that 1 to 3. Oh, that's a 6 to 1. And I'm basically taking the fact that this broke above the 200 MA there. And look, we made $30 so far, $31, $46, $58, $59. That's fast money. I'm out. Yeah, like when I make $50 in a minute, I'm out. Like, it's just too fast. It's too fast for me. Like, I don't expect to do that quick, so I have to take the money. You know what I mean? And it's probably gonna moon and continue, but that was like, I didn't expect us to go that's insanity. So I don't trust fast money, you know what I'm saying? And so, but that was a nice scalp to the upside, and you do that 10 times a day, and I was in the trade for under a minute, right? Under a minute, literally. You do that 10 times a day, that's $300 to $400, maybe even $500. I probably ended up getting $48 out of the trade after a fee or something. But there you have it. I mean, and I don't mind just taking a little bit here and there. The bigger trade will come to me later on today. Yeah, that's just one of my rules. Like, I had no idea that trade was going to go well that fast. Now I am back above the 200 SMA. I can almost take the trade again. What I could do is now I can risk, like what I like to do sometimes is I can risk what I made. So I could put 114, and now I know I have basically like $40 on the line now. That's house money, all right? And we're above the 200 MA. I know what happens there. We'll see now. I'm playing with it. I'm toying with the signal, but I might just give it right back too. I don't want to lose this yellow line. This yellow line is so crucial. It's the 200 MA. I guess bots are attracted to it. There's always price action around it. So I use the volatility. If we lose it, it was a wrap. Because I made that money so fast, I probably shouldn't have got back in again, in my humble opinion. I'm at break even now. If I basically, oh man, we're on the line now. Now it's a little bit of a bull pennant though. You see that? It's kind of forming some little consolidation here. Possibly a slightly higher low. See, it's a cup and handle. There's the cup. There's the handle. Sammy cup and handy. Let's see if we can get a liquidation here to the upside for Bitcoin. Most people bearish in some fear, right? There's like a little bit of like, could be a little bit of that in our favor here. This is live trading in case, don't do what you see on YouTube ever. Okay. Just learn. I'm just teaching you about the moving averages and how when they get close together and we get above them, we should get a move. And right now we're just getting tight now. In the trading environment, I give it like a 6 or a 7. It feels a little weird. Feels a little sketchy right now, to be honest. That was a crazy spike right there. Off of the divergence, though, we do have some divergence working. But yeah, that looks bearish to me now. We'll see. Too early to tell on the smaller time frame. It's all about this yellow line. Once we use the yellow line, we're done. Yeah, see, that's probably going to be a wrap. Oof. Had we stayed above the yellow line, could have been a good trade. Still not over yet, but now this is when I would like take a short. See, that would be a short signal to me, so I'm out. Now it's a little bit of and the pattern broke too, so that's obviously going to take me out. I'm going to end up losing that trade, so I'm going to lose probably $45, right? Because, or even if I lose 100. And you take your shots. So I lost, right? I won trade. I won one trade. I lost one trade. I'm at 5,580. All right. Sketchy day, to be honest. Like the chart looks, you know, the price action looks really weird. But again, I knew once we lose this 200, that would be a wrap. So you want stop losses that protect you from more pain. All right. I also didn't do my top down analysis before I did my, you know, so kind of jumped in a little too quick there. But let's see. My one, I should have left that alone after that fast money move. But I wanted to have some fun. Anyway, let's take a look here at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame and break it down. You want live trades? I'll give you live trades. All right. You're not going to win every single trade if you trade live if you trade, but if you keep yourself disciplined, you should be in the green no matter what happens, right? So weekly boomed out to the upside. Beautiful. You know me. I just want to see us close above 67,200 on the weekly, which is where these two candles close right there. We're going to do that likely. Even more likely, we're going to break above 68.9, or close above 68.9. We want to see that, though. Right now, we're getting some wicks to the downside. We had it before, though, and it wasn't the worst. And we're pretty dang close to the all-time high. This candle was almost about to close as the highest candle. At one point, it was the highest candle, until it decided to draw back, right? We take a look at our 3-day chart, and it's showing just, you know, that's just slightly bearish. We have to be honest with ourselves. RSI turning a little bit. Stochastics in a good spot. Look like they want to continue to the upside with momentum. And we broke above key support, 67,000 there on the 3-day chart. And even this resistance here at 67,650. But we're basically about to test 3-day support right here where we have resistance, even a wick there, a bounce, and a bounce from that candle. So we lose that level in the 3-day. It suggests you could go back to 67,000. You know, I don't want to see us lose 67.2. That's like, it was such a big level to get back above. But again, I'll take 65.5 and go one step at a time. But right now, you know, that if that closes as such, which it will in 1 day and 10 hours, you know, that's a bearish close when you have a red candle next to a green candle. 1, 2, 3, all 3 times there, we've had a pullback after that on the 3-day chart. Our daily's very overbought on the stochastics RSI, something we must heed. And, you know, you can't act like that's not happening. You can't be like, oh, that's not, you know, yes, it is. It's very oversold. And that looks like it could come back down to the 21-day moving average. It's made a nice gap away for the 21. It's taken its 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. And, you know, now, what would be cool if it does what it did before and just makes some type of like upward trend, upward or sideward trending, you know, and the 21 just kind of coasts with us and we continue on our move further to the upside. So here's our bullish scenario that we go, you know, but you could tell after that pop, we were going to have some type of sideways price action. What I called out was a move on the 4-hour back to the 21-day moving average. If you go back in time here and you were watching me, once we got above here, and I was like, I basically said, everyone, I'm going to take some profits. The trade was amazing. We called it from there. We did great. We actually called it from right here. If I called the reversal on that Thursday and was like saying, right? Remember, I don't know if you remember, but you probably do. And then we even saw a hidden bullish divergence here, which told us that the 4-hour likely wasn't going to make a low lower than that low and the trend would continue. You would break the high inside the divergence. That's exactly what happened. You didn't make the low. You broke the high instead. That's a 95% accurate indicator. What is it? I might have just brushed past that and you might be new. It's when you see the RSI trending to the downside, but the price action has a hill. Usually a big hill comes with this. and then you have a downward movement. So you have downward movement on the price action, but upward movement on the RSI. And that's called hidden bullish divergence. It is 95% accurate. It is extremely accurate. We also had it on the weekly, which told us that we were likely going to get a bigger move too as well. All right. Anyway, so I was able to call there. I was able to call right here based on the idea that I used the 21-day moving average, low stochastics. Everything that I go for was in place. High volume node, we were stuck. And then I'm also, I throw a pattern in there, and I had this pattern drawn. Anyway, that's in the past. Let's see what we could do now to cook. But so at this point, when we got here, I said price action's likely going to come back to the 21-day moving average. I said I don't know if it's going to go sideways or down, but you're going to come back to the 21-day, right? You could have began a short right there. I'm just not keen on shorting immediately after I've made a huge gain. I like to give myself a couple days. I might take a couple scalps that aren't a big deal, but I like to give myself a couple days, let it cook, let it sit before I just run on in there, you know what I mean? But anyway, we watch this, and it comes back down, and it's closing the gap to the 21-day moving average. How do I know this? Because I've seen this. I've basically back tested 500, 600, 700 assets in my life or more, and I've watched them for years at a time, and I see that they all do the same thing. And after seeing this over and over and over again, it just told me what was likely going to happen. Okay, and I trust it because I've put my faith in this by now. So it looks like we're making some type of flag. We could be making this flag. There's a chance we bounce, just like a fire, baby. But there's a chance we could bounce here, break this. So your resistance level that you're really going to be watching is 70,000. It's where these two candles close on the 4 hour. 70,000. Let me see. And you can get the actual value by the open, high, low, and close, right? So you go here and you can see where this candle closed. And it closed at look, you're not going to believe this. The high was 70,377 and 77 cents. So funny, right? 77. But anyway, the candle closed at 70,148. So we call it 70,150. Bang. We know that is our resistance for the day. We get above that. Like you get a 4 hour candle above that. I don't see how you don't come and tussle 71.5, right? Just because that's going to be your next resistance level. You don't get above that. You're tussling down, and you're going to head to where the bottom of this flag is starting to form. Falling wedge, really. And it's suggesting that you're going to come right back down here to the 21, somewhere at about 68,800 for Bitcoin. And get rid of this. This is simply a projection. So to me, if you can't break 70,150, which is our resistance right now, you're coming back down somewhere. And honestly, once that falls, I don't see how you don't come and test this level here at 67,400, right? I couldn't stand that. I wouldn't want it to happen. And you got some support and resistance right there, actually, at 68.5 that may hold us down. So this is what I see on the local, like the smaller 4 hour time frame. The daily also is overbought. You've got to keep this in mind. And so I wouldn't open up a long really until I see a flag on the 1 hour or the 15 above 70,150, right? We see that, then I'm more bullish because then I'm like, okay, you broke above the resistance. Now you're flagging out. We can get a move. But until then, till you break above that, like 70,150, 149 area, I mean, it's a buck, right? But so this is it. This is how I would play Bitcoin. It breaks above here, I'm long. If you're in a short, I see no reason to get out of the short unless you close a 4 hour candle above 70,150. I just don't see a reason to close the short. And I could see the shorts coming, basically, called it because I said we were coming to the 21-day moving average, right? I've been saying it for days now, so whatever. Anyway, if you stick with me, I'm going to be able to kind of coach you through the price action day in and day out. Ooh, I put that right back where I didn't want it to go. But day in and day out, you're going to be able to figure out a lot more than you learned. It's not going to be this mysterious thing. Before, it was so mysterious for me. Price action was this like mystery. Now it's like life is still a mystery, but price action makes sense. Now I still know that anything could happen, and I'm not saying everything I say is going to happen. Oh yeah, like it could pump to the moon right now, and we could see a massive pump to the upside. Anything could happen, right? That's the one thing I've learned about trading. So here's the deal. I see this too. and I see that we like fell out of the pattern, and we're kind of like bearishly retesting it right now. We break back inside, then you could call it an ascending triangle again and look for the break to the upside. Ascending triangles are 50-50 patterns. They're not fully bullish patterns, right? So, and this is kind of what we're watching. So we break up, you go to 71, 100, you break down, you're back inside of the bigger pattern, and you're testing that area. It could be funny, hits the exact level. I did that by holding control, and you can just copy anything. Say I wanted this bar, I just wanted another line. I grab control. Grab control, right? So anyway, just a cool way to duplicate and grab things. I didn't know for a couple years I was on TradingView. Now I'm like, wow. Like even if I wanted this line, I don't need it, but if I wanted it, So this is where we're watching here. We're watching to see if Bitcoin can get back inside the pattern, or if it doesn't get back inside, it's likely going to dump. You see how like watching a bullish, you're right now live watching a bullish or bearish retest on this level, right? 15 minutes suggests a beautiful inverted head and shoulder that's going to explode. So like, it's funny. So you get this shoulder, this head, and technically a right shoulder, right? That wants to break to the upside. You do have a gap in the VRVP here, which suggests that we could float up pretty nicely. And there's I feel a lot of fear in the air, which I know we can eat the fear usually. Little bar liquidity here at 70,800 too, kind of like just a little bit. So I'd watch the 15. The stochastics look aggressive right now. MACD's pretty small on the sell side and curving. RSI just broke above the medium line, which is bullish. I want to just double click on the stochastics for a second here. If you double click on any indicator, you see it. Yeah, and that's a super bullish cross with a momentum move. I still got to say that there's an inverted head and shoulder here. Like I could say it's not, but it's there. So get back inside the pattern, Bitcoin. First of all, hang out up here. Get back above the 200 MA. This yellow line on the 15. I square everything away so you can just see what I'm saying. And then you're going to probably gap up to 70,000, 71K and eat some shorts. So I'd be careful shorting right now. There could be a nasty short squeeze coming in the next half an hour, like we see every day between 10:45 and 11:15. Remember, this is kind of the short squeeze time. I've set my entire life on this short squeeze. I make all of my money on the short to squeeze. So then I go back to the perpetual and I take a look at it. And 1 minute's getting back above the 200, which is my signal yet again, right? And then if I look at it on the 15, as ugly as it is, I mean, I do see somewhat of it. It's the ugliest inverted I've seen in a long time. But it still has inverted head and shoulder vibes for me. And you don't have to trade. Like today, it's pretty choppy. You don't have to force yourself to trade. What I wouldn't be surprised if we get a move. Where's that? Yeah, 71.5 is the next resistance. 71.443. Then you would also get the 15-minute crossing the 200, which to me is a bullish. Like I would take that if even I didn't see the inverted head and shoulder. But 71.5 is really the area. So I'll call it 483. So if that pumps up a little bit more, right now it's 7-1 if I got in. If I had the guts. This says 68% of the time it's going to break up on you to the upside. Low stochastics also suggest this. So it adds to the fever. And then if you can break that 200 SMA somewhere here, and then, I mean, that could really amplify. So here we are watching Bitcoin on, what is it, Wednesday? Yeah. And today the weekly screen share will be tonight around 9 p.m. So if you want to do weekly screen share with me tonight at 9 p.m., we're going to go over just new coins, ideas, things inside my portfolio, if I'm adding to anything, and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, it's FOMC minutes, but usually the minutes aren't a big deal. Usually the minutes are private, and then they release them later on. But it is minutes at 2 p.m., right? And so we'll see. You also have, New Zealand core retail sales, which isn't a big deal, but it's slightly orange. For the Forex people, they got to pay attention a little bit. And they had CPI year after year today in Great Britain at 2 a.m., which is, anyway, 7 a.m. their time. So we'll see. It seems like price action is stuck in time right now for whatever reason. I do not know why. Like we're stuck in a time-space continuum. It's 69,800 for Bitcoin. Hey, at least we got up to the 70. We got this. I think we got up to 72,000. I mean, what a move for Bitcoin. I'm still amazed. I'm not amazed actually because I saw it coming. But when you're in an investment and you want it to go up, and then you get in around 15, 16, 17, 20,000. And it goes to 70K and you 3x your money in a year and a half. It's pretty awesome, right? 3xing in 18 months, I think is great. I'll take it. I don't think people realize, and Bitcoin did more than that. From its low to its high, it's unbelievable. Anyway, and it's funny, people still put it down when it's like one of the best performing assets of it, and to have such a big market cap as it does, and still have that, that's insane. So let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate that. If you want to talk about your coin, give me a super chat. Send it on in. Let's talk about it, break it down. If you want to go over a coin, go over the chat, whatever you want. Let us know. If you want to introduce us to something that you think is hot that we should deep dive and research, no trash, but if you think something is hot and it's on your mind, let us know. I'd like to kind of find out. A lot of the things I learn is from the people here. Super chats have become some of my, some things that I found that made me a boatload is something you guys have put on my radar through a super chat. So I just love interacting with each and every one of you, and I appreciate everyone here on the stream. Thank you so much for coming on in. Sammy, cup and handy to the upside, baby. Bit of a cup and handle too. I'm just telling you, we break above the 200 SMA, we could get a big remove. Otherwise, we're bearishly retesting, and this is going to dump city. Only time will tell here now, right there. All right. ENA has been on some people's radars. Let's take a look at it. Interesting that 1 minute looks, it's back above the 200, flagging out. Like it wants to do damage here and get that pump. I mean, I like just, what I found too one day is I relentlessly took the signal. I've tried it now in all different ways and back tested it. And when I relentlessly took the signal, like I eventually, I don't want to say the word always, but the odds were in my favor. Like this says you're going to pump again because you're above the 200 in the flag. That's just what it says. And again, I don't question what I've back tested. Like if I sat in the ocean, I saw every 6 wave is bigger than the first 4 or something, whatever, I found, and after a while back, well, yeah, I mean, you could find it out. It's the way it wind or whatever, but I did not change lives, the screen share from Wednesdays to Thursdays. I just, tonight, only this week, it will be changed. But that's a little flag here, and then you can see the bigger idea, and it's a shoulder head and a bit of a right shoulder in a way. And I'm telling you, whenever I see a price action above the 200 SMA, it's a pretty good look. This would go to 70,230 with a stop. This has a smaller, this is a scalperino. 69,783. There it goes. I mean, now I'm buying a breakout, which I don't really like to do. I would have liked to have been there already. To me, I'm already a little behind the rules. But again, you're supposed to get a pump here now. Based on my years of doing this. You're supposed to get a pump. That's what's supposed to happen right now. Whether it happens or not, there's no guarantees, but you're supposed to pump here. Like that. Just like that. See? And I would have been in the money had I pulled the trigger. See, you lose every trade you do not take. Or you don't win every trade you do not take, I should say. You don't lose, but you do not win every trade you do not take. You cannot win if you do not trade. Now you break this high here, look, that's 70,000. I mean, you're definitely going to hit that 70,076. Probably get that little gap move, and then I don't see how we can't moon up to the target. I'm quiet and I'm focused when I'm doing my magic here because, you know what I mean? I mean, you would be too, right? Let's go. Let's get this pump going. And there you go, man. I missed the entry. I should have pulled the trigger right there. I was right there. I had it. I'd be up right now. Enough for a scalp too. I just look for a couple $100 each time. And if I get 500 to 600, which happens a lot, then I'm out for more. Bam, look at that move to the upside. And what is today? Today's Wednesday. What are people saying? Look at that, Matt. Look at that. I mean, now stop loss to break even. Don't play yourself, right? Everyone that thinks they're invincible, now you can't lose money. See, everyone else is so afraid of getting stopped out, and I like the idea of always protecting the capital. All right. Yeah. But there you go. I mean, there's the signal. And so when I relentlessly take the signal, it pays. It pays. All right. Good morning, Lifer. Thoughts on Ondo? Thank you. I love Ondo. Ondo's hot. I've been talking about Ondo, DCing into Ondo, built a bag in front of Ondo, showed people what I bought into Ondo, went over it multiple times. Ondo has been on my radar. Yeah, I love Ondo. For sure. All about Ondo. It's Bitcoin Pizza Day. Pay yourself. Yeah. It's not late. It's still going. Right? Now, did the 15-minute break to 200 MA? See how I'm watching multiple time frames at once? Really, that's going to be a key signal too. That usually, once you do that, that can be a nice pump. Even when you lose it just a little bit. So interesting. Then I kind of open up and I look at price action as many different ways as I can. Look at that beautiful move on the 1 minute out of the pennant. And we called it before. Basically, I saw it right before it happened. Right? Let's see here. Freaking love Power Coin. I personally did not buy any love Power Coin. This thing looks like it's going to moon to the target for sure. And I miss out, and I could beat myself up for the rest of the day. I didn't make the trade in front of everyone. It hurts sometimes. But I tell myself everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, and these are, the blessings on life, right? So, a lot of volatility today, though, for sure. Like, it feels more like a Monday. It feels sketchy. Trading environment, like I said, 6 or a 7. Like, definitely not an 8 or a 9. Maybe even a 5 or a 6. I try to make like a trading environment for myself each day. Like, how do I, with what's going, like an FOMC speaking day is like a treacherous 4. Now, it doesn't mean you can't make gains that day. It might be the best day of your life. Who knows? But, and right now we're watching the 1 minute chart. We tend to trade it a lot here on the live stream because you can see my concepts play out over time. Tight moving averages above the 200 MA. And there you have it, man. This thing looks like it's going to soar to the money now. After beating down that red flag and flipping that green, that's a very bullish sign. And And look, this has shoulder, head, and right shoulder vibes here too as well. That basically completed most of its measured move. So you had a 68% chance. The flag said we could break out. And then getting above the 200 SMA says you're going to get a move. Now, whether I take the trade or not, you know, if you told me 6 years ago I'd be live streaming in front of 1,500 people, 1,600 people, telling them exactly when price was going to move to the moment, how to move the stop loss to break even, protect themselves, and trade one of the most volatile markets with high leverage and you know, with the proper responsible discipline, I would tell you you're out of your mind. I would tell you no way. So the Biden comes out and says they oppose that. Oh, and there it goes, hitting the target. Bang. Perfect trade. Look at that. Man, I'm like, it always gets me, man. It always feels that way too. Like the trade you don't take is the one that you miss out on, right? And learn that from me. Take your trades. I should have went back for more, you know, especially on my Wednesdays. My Wednesday's my favorite day. Like things play out. And look, it hit my target perfectly, basically. Like that's it. I mean, I would take profits now at that point. I mean, did anybody here make gains on that trade? Did anyone learn anything right now? Did anyone figure out how to nail it? And did anyone see what I was seeing? Maybe on their own, you know, you just saw what I was seeing, and you were able to make gains. Shout out to everybody here on the live. This is the channel that shows people how to make gains live. Okay, that's why people keep coming back here. A lot of people say, Sam, how do you do it? Like, you know, your channel grew. Any tips on making your channel grow? And I look at them and I'm like, do you have a skill? Like, do you have a skill that you can actually show to people live? And a lot of people don't, because they haven't sat there and done the discipline. They haven't sat alone doing the work, right? I've done this work for years and years and years to be able to pull this one off, right? It's taken me a long time, all right? To be able to do what I just did, even if I didn't make the trade, but to be able to predict live price action due to thousands and thousands of hours of watching the same thing over and over again play out. Right, my brain has now developed a value to it because it's seen so much of the market, and that's what I learned about success. That's why, and I equate it to sports, because you're better at sports when you've been through the situation more. They talk about experience, right? The Celtics are deep. What a game last night for the Celtics, hitting the 3-pointer with 8 seconds left to bring it with 5 seconds left in the game. That was unbelievable. Jaylen Brown. He was just on fire last night. I believe he was the high scorer at the end of the game. Unbelievable. Like, that told me to never give up and always believe. I could not believe that. That was insanity. I don't know if anyone saw that, or most of you probably don't care about sports. I think a lot of crypto people don't care about sports at all, but like, that was insanity. Pattern recognition is a gift and a skill. Let's go Celtics, right? Paul Pierce of Crypto over there. I miss going to the garden with my dad. Took the train to North Station. Shout out to John Gagnon. I love you, man, for saying that. You giving me vibes, bro. You give me vibes, Boston vibes. And again, you gap away from the 21-day moving average. So you may continue to pump here. But it's more likely maybe if you get one more fast pump, you get a bearish div or something, and you have to come back to this 21. Now we move forward and we look at our 15. And what I wanted to look at too was I wanted to go to a different chart, because I saw something I hadn't seen before. And that's what happens when you play with the charts, right? Or maybe I'd seen it before, but I wanted to tweak the way I was looking at it. So at the end of the day, I mean, that's got a descending triangle vibe, right? Which I know is a bearish pattern. However, look at Bitcoin breaking well above the 200 MA now. That's another bullish signal. That's the same signal we just saw on the 1 minute, okay? But now we're seeing it on the 15. This is key. Now, if I've been in the trade a long time, I'll take my profits when we hit that 200 MA. But this tells you more is coming. So we look back at the perpetual. So now what you're doing is you're working both time frames, right? Because you know that this is the truth. The 15-minute now is bullish. It said that it's bullish. It's above a serious time frame support. 200 MA. Like, it's above that 200 MA. That's a really big deal. You want to see that. You want to see that you're back above that key level. Now we see this thing starting to make a bit of a move here. This is getting interesting. This is where we kind of really, wow, right? Technically, because the 15-minute broke the 200, this should continue to pump. Now, in my years of backtesting, I'm still not, do we have to come to the, I really feel like the smaller time frame has to really come back to the 21. I don't see how we can pump that far away from the 21. It's just very rare. That's the biggest pump you'll get. We came back. This is probably one of the bigger pumps you'll ever get from the 21. We could coast a little bit more, I guess, but it's unlikely. For my years of doing this, it's just so unlikely you're going to continue to pump until you touch this white line. That would be the perfect place. That's why I look, and it hit my exact target that I had. It's gone now, but it hit my exact target that I had drawn for you. 70,230. It went to, the candle went to 70,224. So fine, I was $6 off, but you can't be that greedy. So I'm the guy that gives the exact entry. I watched price action. I develop it in as you see. I then wait for a signal that I've known for years, give it to you for free after doing it all my whole life. Not my whole life, but half, a third of my life. I'm 41, been trading for 16 years, almost half my life. And then show you exactly where to get in, when to put the stop loss to break even, and exactly where to take profit. On almost like 80% of the days that I show up on a live stream. Anyway, who cares about me? It's about you. I want to make sure that you understand these concepts so you can use them. You could trade this on any single time frame you want. You could trade this on any asset you want. It doesn't mean it's going to happen every time. But I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't be the lifer if it wasn't pretty accurate, right? Nobody would respect me, and I wouldn't get the love and all the, all my relationships and all the energy that I get come from my ability to be respectful and accurate and disciplined. People like that, so they want to help me out. Like people that are in real estate. Hey, I want this guy's, this guy's the real deal. He's gonna represent it the right way, right? So, Sam, you're an important staple in the crypto community. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you saying that. Lifer, check the 5-minute. Looks like a cup and handle. Thank you. I also kind of want to say, okay, just swing it and say, this is a falling wedge. It just kind of broke out a few times, but it looks like it's going to pump. That'd be crazy if we just rip to all-time highs. We just go to 74. Unlikely based on the daily, but you never know. It's still an inverted head and shoulder. It's still an inverted head and shoulder. I want to see us break this resistance. Gotta tip your hat to the Pacers. Great game. It was an amazing game. It really was. All the way down to the last, amazing game. I'm joining next week. Excited to hustle. Amen. Gratitude, everyone. First time watching you, Lifer. You have beautiful, loving, caring energy. Shout out to Tensor Rigman. God bless you. Thank you for saying that. I'm amazed that comes out on your first time watching. Usually I have to kind of like get someone to watch me for a while, but thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate that. Hey, I just do what I can, man. My mom was a sweet soul. And again, I'm not an angel, man. I hate when people, like, I don't know, whatever. I'll take all the respect and love that I get, though. Thank you so much. I just never want to be looked at like it's some type of evangelist. Like, you know what I mean? I never want to use God and Jesus to rouse people. Like, it's what happened to me. I got close to God, and, I grew up Catholic. I've studied the book. I don't know it like most people at the back of my hand, but I've learned so much from a lot of people that have read the book, and a lot of my friends I keep around are people of the book. So 15-minute break in the 200 is another bullish signal that can be taken as a trade. A long can be made with a stop loss just right near it to get a bigger move. Doesn't mean it's going to happen for sure, and there's other parameters involved, but many times I've seen this just play out, flat out, just boom. Here, had we, waited for us to get above, might have gotten stopped out on that one. It was pretty close, but had that one got above right there and like right when that candle closed or near it, you opened up boom, you would have been in that long you technically could still be in that long. So this tells me a pump is coming for Bitcoin, like it's going to close the gap. All right. And now you got another flag for BTC. And the 1 minute is coming back to its 21-day moving average like it's supposed to. Now, other time frames will brush it. The 1 minute, in my mind, really has to touch or get dang close. Like they're touched, but it has to get dang close. You're likely not getting your next big push-up till you touch this white line. Why is that? I would love to know the true reason. Like who controls the bot and how and why. But I know that I'm onto it. Now, eventually, these things may change if they know too many people know them. So I'm always like, I'm excited to teach everybody, but I sometimes get a little like, I want to make, but again, maybe they'll stand the test of time, and enough people will keep coming into the market that haven't spent as much time as I have in the market. See, the market just needs cattle to chew. It's so sorry to say, and this is the stock market. This is any market. It needs fresh capital. That's unknowing, right? And that's kind of, sorry to say, but that's the rules of each market. And, so that's your benefit from staying in the markets a long period of time. All right. You're in the market longer. You start to see things other people can't see. You could take advantage of the knowledge that you have that they don't, period. It's like if you lived in a forest for 30 years and someone came in for 5 years or just a few months, you would know so much more. Grew up a diehard Celtics fan living in Indiana. I've always been a big Pacers fan and very excited to go to Saturday's game in Indianapolis with my son, who has grown up a huge Celtics fan. Wow. Grew up a diehard Celtics fan living in Indiana, and I've always been a big Pacers fan. So you're a Celtics and a Pacers fan, though. They'll never change. We might figure it out. But do people have self-control or no? What they're doing? No. Exactly. That's what I was saying. So like even if enough people figure it out, they won't be able to use, their emotions will still keep them from using it. Yeah. You have to figure it out and use, so you have to have both keys. You have to have dual keys. You have the key of knowledge and the key to oneself. And that's where trading differentiates from the person who's successful at it and the person who is not. Do you have control over oneself? Have you mastered yourself somewhat? And again, mastering yourself is a daily process that changes. You can master yourself for a whole month and then start to lose it and have to come back to, we are moving entities. We are always in the state of movement. All right. I like this 15-minute above the 200 MA. So it's going to encourage me to take the trade. Wow, look at that. Again, I made $76 in literally a minute, under a minute. Look at that thing mooning. So when I just keep at it, eventually I get rewarded $95 in a minute. See, that's like too fast. My rules are like, it's hard not to take that. My rules are like, you got to take that. That's too fast, too much money too fast. But that 15 minutes showing signs of life here. Wow, look at that beautiful move, huh? And I sniped it at the perfect time. See, 128, I like that. That cleans up my mess for the day. 99, I got out at about 100. So I took that too, and it probably will continue to pump. Who knows? But my thing is, that's my status. That's my style over and over again. Ooh, that thing's going to moon now. Let it cook. I can never seem to let it cook. I got to remember that the 15-minute was above the 200 and let that's a big signal. That's usually going to mean a big move is coming. And we have this inverted head and shoulder. And now we're about to break above the resistance here too. I technically could take this trade on a bigger time frame as well. I don't realize I'm adding the line as I'm staring at it. But I gave another live trade right there that played out absolutely beautifully. Had you taken it, and I sniped that candle. I got to remember we are still above. It's weird that we didn't touch the 21. We got pretty dang close. Usually we touch. We got pretty dang close though. All right. I'm trying to keep my rules now. Thanks to watching you, bro. I go daily sub and fib with trend zone down to the shorter 5 and then I take the trade and not touching it after it's set. Amen. You sound like a boss right there. See, when I hear people say that, I think I've done something good with my life. All right. Like I've done something good with my life. Like someone else knows what I'm saying and understands the discipline that I'm teaching. I just want young men and women, old men and women, all people, all walks of life that watch me to find their space in price action. Let's get to 1,700 watchers. We have 483 people hitting the like button. Everyone, I know you're enthralled right now and you're staring at the screen. But if you're watching on your phone, flip that phone to the side or vertically, find that like button, hit the like button. If you're watching, if you're just listening, go find your phone for a second. And bam, you're the best to cook lifer. Shout out to my man. Need help? I purchased Galad 40 at a decent leverage, and I'm not sure where I should be profit. Want to get more? I can't tell you when to buy or sell anything, my friend. Join the 99. Way more green days. Can't wait to see June's P&L. Amen. I discovered crypto 6 months ago because I wanted to change my life, and it did. Amen. Hit the like button as soon as I joined. As always, thank you, Kyle. We love you. I identify as a green candle. Can I trade too? Of course you can. Sam is the GOAT. Bless you, brother. No, you're the GOAT. Not the heart of the chart. Hit the actual like. But had I taken that other trade and this trade, though, man, today would have been like a nice big win. But look how I sniped that. See, I don't trust leverage. See, the ones that keep going are the ones, but the ones that don't, you say, oh. So when you sell here and it keeps going, you say, I should have. Oh, what did I do? But when you sell here and it dumps, you say, oh, So that's why I don't care. No emotions. This is the 1 minute chart. I'll have tons of these chances. What now we want to see is the 15-minute hold to 200. That's what we want to see. All right. And we found a little bit of a room to trade. We found a little room to get to exploit the volatility today. See, but we had to be surgical. In and out. In and out. I used 2,000 to make $100 in a minute. Right? So we won our first trade. We lost our second one. We won our third. We're still in the green though, right? One day I'll have an extra 99 to join anytime, my friend. No worries. God will bless you if that's what you ask for. Sam Pepe Gas. I do expect I'll make the trades, take the L. However, the W's are much better, bigger, and stress less. It's funny. Yeah. Hit the like button. It's like taking a trade that you cannot lose. Amen. Took my $50 win and got out. Shout out to Charles, man. It all adds up over time. And what people don't realize is when you sell, see, what everyone's focused on when they sell is the fact that, oh, I sold and it kept going, or I bought when it, you know what I mean, and all this nonsense. And that's fine. I get it. That's going to come with emotions. But what you don't realize is when you take the profit like I did just there, or like I did just at that other one, right? It's forcing the fact that you believe in your own discipline. And that is stronger than anything else. And that's what people don't realize. That will lead to wealth. You may make the right decision as a business owner later on in life when someone's dangling money, but you know better. You know the money's not worth it. You know it's the right, you know what I mean? Whatever the decisions, that discipline will come into play. Discipline is doing the right, discipline has a lot to do with doing the right thing when nobody's paying attention. That's having discipline. Knowing that, I want to do something, but I'm not going to do it because I have the discipline to tell myself that in the long term, that doesn't make sense. People who lack discipline usually are doing something that's hurting them in the long run. All right. And, so anyway, I'm back. I'm done preaching, but it's really important that you use the habitual ability to create discipline in your life over and over and over again. and you find ways to use habitual discipline. That's why working out is great, because it forces you to find discipline. You don't want to work out. You don't want to sweat. You don't want to move around. You got to do it anyway. It doesn't matter. Discipline. Then you see the guy walking around. He's big and jacked because he had the discipline at least to get himself to the same place every day or every few times a week and to work out. Everybody wants to look great. No one wants to put in the work. Everybody wants a big fat trading portfolio. Nobody wants to put in the work. It's going to take time if you want to become successful. Everybody, like man, every man, you want 10 three-piece suits. You want the nicest wardrobe in the world. You want to drive the nicest car. You want to live in the nicest house. Then you better start working your complete butt off. It's not going to happen on some fly-by-night, easy-peasy stuff. I'm telling you right now. I planned for where I am in life 15 years ago, and I just started reaping some of the rewards. And I know that the second I get too cheery-eyed, too chipped in there, too into what's going on, and I find too much comfort, and that's the key word, comfort. I get too comfortable, I could lose it all, man. I got to grind every day and make sure I got to feel that same day I felt when I was in that one-bedroom apartment with 800 square feet, wondering how I was going to make it off that night shift. I remind myself of that night shift every single day. When I sit and I look over this pond and I look at the house that I'm in and I see my kids, and I say to myself, man, I was in a night shift for 5 to 6 years of my life. It was like a blur, 5.5, 6 years. And I never want to get stuck in complacency. I never want to act like it's all good. I always want to be in a state of gratitude and grind. And, Florida, man, today is beautiful. Like, today is beautiful. I'm talking 86 degrees and sunny, but today is beautiful. Today is absolutely beautiful. It says it's 87, feels like 95. I like the weather here. I'm sure it's going to get hotter in the summer. And you guys say, hey, maybe you like it here. It's going to get worse. But I like the weather here. It's absolutely beautiful every single day. The mornings are just... Before the stream, I took 5 minutes to meditate. I sat and listened to the water running into the pool. The air blew into my face. And I'm the type of guy that I lived hard. I grew up hard with my family in Boston. And I didn't even know about jacuzzis and stuff like that until I saw it in the movies or something. Some of the things that people saw, I didn't even know about them until I got older. And, rich kids were like, I used to be a parking director at this fair when I was a kid, 10 years old, and the cars would come in and I would direct them where to go. And it would be the richest people in this town in Massachusetts. And I remember back then, that was when the first Ford SUVs started coming out. And they had remember the Expedition was just it was like the biggest. The Expedition really was like the biggest thing. I think it came out before the Escalade. I could be wrong. But, And so, boom, that gets up to 70,800. There's a little flag we're looking at now. It's coming back to retest the resistance line here. And that retest could be a nice move. It could be a bounce on the 15-minute 200, which it looks like it is, see? We lose the 15-minute 200, this is, right? Less energy there. I'm not making the trade yet. I just set up the trade. I start to look at it, even subconsciously. I was talking to you guys about something else. Yeah, the Eddie Bauer forwards. Yes, you're right. The Eddie Bauer forwards, you know it. Yes, they came Eddie Bauer. Exactly. The Eddie Bauer Ford Explorer. I don't think they do it anymore. But these things, the Eddie Bauer Ford Explorer, man, 2007, 2003. Yeah, these were the beautiful ones. Look at that, Sarasota, Florida. So crazy. $5,000, great value too. I'll buy that right now, 150 miles. Isn't that funny? Anyway, but I used to park those cars and see people with all the money and think, man, we'll never. I don't know if me and my family, we had an old car. We had a Chevy van, 1983 Chevy van, and my dad had it for like 20 years. Like he thought it was cool to keep things forever, right? It was a yellow tan. It looked like this without the windows though. This is gonna almost make me cry, but this is like we drove around in this tan van for 20 years. My dad finally got rid of it when I was like 18, and they said we picked you up from. They had just bought it; it was brand new, and they picked us up in like a week before I was born, and so my dad always talked about it. Anyway, I can't see a perfect picture of it. Chevy van, 1983 Chevy van. Anyway, it looked like that was the front of it, but it was a yellow van. Eventually, there would get like rust holes in it, and my dad would take blue styrofoam and like shove it on the inside. This chair would start moving around, you know. True story, man. This is my life. Like, I just give you guys a little piece of where I come from. So, like, when I'm in like these big fancy bathrooms and I go to hotels and like me and my family never spent one night in a hotel in my life. Like, I think we went to like a motel one time but we had everything, man. My dad bought this little beautiful house in the middle of the woods when he was still living with his dad. And that was our summer house. And, you know, my dad, we lived like hillbillies out there. We had a blast. We were 5 minutes from a beautiful beach, 8 minutes from a beautiful beach. And nobody was out there. It was our own private, and I had 1,000 acres of woods to my disposal that nobody went to but me. And, you know, hunting season, you don't go there, but I didn't live there in hunting season. I only lived there in the summertime. And I'm telling you, as a kid, I had so much land to my disposal just to be me and be free. And then the second house we bought eventually had woods behind it too, and I had all these acres of woods, and I always would go into the woods alone. And by the time I was 14, 15 years old, you know, I was still, you know, I listened to my hip hop. I skateboarded in the city with my friends in Boston. But I always had a call to nature. You know, you would always find me alone on a stream near the water, or, you know, sitting and listening to the ocean. And my mom and dad always instilled that I would have a relationship with nature, you know? And to this day, that relationship is so special for me in my life and how I carry out what I do. And when things get out of whack or out of line, I go into nature. I take a bike ride alone down a beautiful, you know, wooded street. I find myself meditating away from the world where I can find my peace. You know, my mom and dad died this year. I don't mean, you know, I do bring it up a lot. I don't mean to bring it up at every show, but it helps because in trading, you're going to go through some ups and downs. You really are. And see, why I like this trade is because we're above the 15-minute 200 now. We battled it twice. It kind of tells me like we're going to continue to get this pump now. Anything is possible, but we'll see. And so what I do is while I'm on this trade, I'm also watching that 15, and I want to make sure the 15-minute is going to hold me down on that 15, you know. In this way, I can continue to win trades over and over again, right? The key is to scalp. I want 10 wins, 20 wins, 50 wins. Like, I would even have taken that $30 and walked away. To me, anything's better than losing a trade. So I care about every single dollar because I remember being broke and working a night shift. Right now, I'm acting like I'm on that night shift and I don't have a penny to my name. You know what I'm saying? I think too many people are acting, they treat their money like it's not their last dollar. Like, that could be the last dollar you ever had. You know, people risk more money than I would, and they have way less money than I do. And I can't believe it. They're getting liquidated for massive amounts. I don't know what they're dreaming on, or what they're hoping on, or what their goal is, right? If you can't tell, we did enter another trade, 1,300. at 36x leverage, gives us a $49,000 trade as if you put in spot. And the reason why I entered back into the trade, the stochastics were low and the 15-minute battled off that 200 MA. And price action is wacky. I made this bit of a falling wedge too with entry. Stop loss, I positioned myself there. I ate rats for dinner. I didn't eat rats for dinner. That's a bit much, man. I used to eat like Donald Duck comic books. You really ate rats for dinner though? Is that, I don't want to make fun. I mean, that could be a true story. I don't know, but that's insanity. Your parents are proud watching you help the world, man. God bless you. Hey, bro, I love you. I always follow your quick 1-minute trades, but in the end, there's so much fee on leverage. There's almost no gain, sometimes even loss. That's just not true. That's just not true. Yeah. Not if you trade MEXC, and not if you hold the MEXC token and trade MEXC. You do two of those. Trade MEXC, there's basically zero fee. There's 0.1 fee, man. And if you see my stop loss here, look, I'm going to move my stop loss up a little bit now. And to get out of trades, move your stop loss up below and let yourself get hit off. When you're below price action and you get limited out, that's basically becoming a maker, right? No, a maker instead of. Now, if you just cancel out, you become what's called a taker, and as a taker, you will pay more fees. You will pay more fees. So this trade is struggling. I like it though. You can see all I need is a small move. It's not a big move, right? So like here, see this? Like I can move my stop loss like right to here. Right there. Basically right under break even. And if that gets hit that way, I'm not going to pay any fees. You guys are just probably marketing in every 5 seconds. Read the fee books, man, and it tells you what to do. And if you're in a trade for 2 weeks at a time, you're going to pay fees too. Like I'm not in trades for long periods of time. You'll pay more fees when you're in trades for long periods of time. I'm playing with my stop loss right here. I want to switch out, but I feel like this is one of those trades. The second you switch off, it does something crazy. 15 minutes still holding above the 200. I want to see that hold and stay and get the move above. I'm trading basically the 15 minute, but I'm using the 1 minute to enter the trade. You understand? Like I'm basically, So say this pumps up when we get up here. I start moving the stop loss above break even. Number one is the first order of business. So this trade, the highest I've been up is $40 a couple times. We need that 15-minute follow through here to the upside. Can we get the volume? 11:24 too. And we do have Fed minutes coming. And I do flash close sometimes when I feel the need. To really truly take profit, you got to zoom in here. Look, I'll show you look, I'll move this into take profit territory. So my stop loss now is above my entry. I can't lose money on the trade. You see? Now, when we come and hit that, I become what's called a taker, a maker, and I make the trade because I'm already out there asking for that price action. Look, I move myself up again so I can at least take $18 off. There we go. Look, I can trail the stop loss now and continue to do this. Like now I can guarantee I'm going to make at least $50, $60 off this trade. Now, when this comes down and hits see what I'm doing now? I'm edging up. Now I'm above my stop and I'm in profit. You guys are not treating your money like it's your last dollar. I do not know why. I'll be worth $1 billion. I will treat every dollar like it is my last. Every single time. Look, I'm going to continue to move the stop loss and protect price action. I'm going to take now. I'm up 90. right? Now we're doing boom. Now it really starts to move. And it's funny, whenever you risk that stop and get closer and closer, and then now look, I'm guaranteed to make $100. When that hits, which I don't mind if it does, it's about to, I'm going to be out for 100 beans. And I'm going to pay no fees because I'm going to be the taker, the maker on the trade. Come on, give me my $100. Like, I'm guaranteed to make $100 right now. Look at that. Look at order history and trade, right? I paid $5 in fees on $105. I mean, I just don't see how that's a lot of fees, in my humble opinion, right? Sometimes I've paid less too, though. It depends on how the market is moving. All right. But there we go again, man. But can you also get paid for holding a position in leverage? You can. If you can get paid the other way, you can get paid for holding the position. I just gave you another live trade. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, this has been happening for weeks now, just on point every single day you come to this live stream. This thing's still mooning too. Look at it going. And again, the 15-minute has now broken above the 200 in a major way. What I have to remind myself now is I can make another long-term trade if I feel the need. Open now with a stop loss here. This is to go all the way up to this liquidity zone through the gap. Okay, and the stop loss below the 200 on the 15-minute. When I do this, I usually use a bigger, another account. Not another account, but the CoinM future. You can make futures on two different accounts. On the Bitcoin future USD or the USD or the UST. See how that changed from T to D? So now I'm in the D, right? I really don't want to push my luck. Today was awesome, but I know this signal is a hot signal. So I'll delete my work and I'll take a look. I still have to remind myself there's a bit of a descending triangle here. Some could say it's a symmetrical triangle. And this is a great signal that I know is worth, does pretty well. The candle will close in 1 minute and 21 seconds. I just want to enter above the 200 MA. This is all I'm doing. And then I want to take it through the VRVP to the next liquidity zone. Now, if I don't get 3-to-1, I usually don't take the trade. The number, this here has to be a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio or better. I have to be really close to below that point of control. So this would be the trade. I would get in now. I would get out at 71,303. My stop loss would be somewhere at 69,840. Okay. Always using a stop loss every single time. Always being responsible about the trade. And now you got to do the math here. Now this leverage is 14. It's a different account. So right there, 0.1 is $6,000. 0.01 is 64, and that's $60. So I'm risking 60 for basically, it should be $180, right? 5.2, but 60 times 5 is 300. So it's like 120 for $300 is what I'm getting at. Yeah. Now the candle closed bullishly above the 200. That means we should continue to get a push to the upside. If you take this over and over again, over time, it pays. That's what I've learned. But even right now, I have the mental fear of a human. Like, oh, but what if it doesn't do? And you start questioning your technical analysis. Also, though, but what I've done today, like I look at what happened during the day too as well, Also, say my region is, I don't know, man. Sol has been my best holder of the run. I love Solana, man. God bless you for saying that. And shout out to the $100 super chat. My man, sorry I missed that. Watch and study for the $100 super chat. Sending $100, $146 in chat revenue. You people are amazing. I'd like to bless someone of your choosing with a month access to the trading group right now. I'm planting the seed and my seeds always return 100-fold. I love that. And you know they do, so they do. Look at that, 24 likes. Okay, who here has been watching for a long time, passionate, wants to get in, and really wants to be a part of the trading group? Believes it can make a big difference in their life, and they think once they gain an edge, they can help other people. I want people that are willing to help others. That's what I really want to see. All right. And everyone, if you want to jump on into the trading group, jump on in today. I can show you where price action is moving before it happens. I did it 3 times today in front of you. I still lost the trade. I showed you how you can still win no matter what. Go to cryptolifer.com and just get the education you deserve. I've been doing this every single day for 1,000 days now or more since February of 2021. No days off on my live stream, 7 days a week. And this isn't a lie. I don't wake up in a bad mood and say I'm just gonna act it out today and I feel good every day of my life. I'm in a good place in my life. There's no reason to be upset. Tomorrow, I'm already planning to make tomorrow amazing. I plan today to make tomorrow a great day. Tomorrow's going to be a great day. I just don't see how it's not going to be a great day tomorrow. I'm excited for tomorrow already. I'm excited for tomorrow's show. I'm already building for tomorrow's show. There's already things that I can't wait to show you tomorrow that I didn't even get a chance to show you in the next 28 minutes today. So I'm excited about where we're going to go as a group. I'm excited about this channel. I'm excited about life. I'm excited about the fact that we have an opportunity every single day. Bitcoin's price is doing well. The halving. We have so much bullishness to look forward to. And we have altcoins to grind out to now. Let's take a look at what's happening in the fan chat. And let's see people who want to jump on into the trading group today. Give it to the guy who said he's saving for the 99. I've been in the group for 3 months. I cannot pay for this month. I'd like to go back. I give it to the guy that needed 99. Me, I want to do it along with all the team. I've been watching you every day. I want to join. If I get a join, I will pay for someone else after the month of the group. Wow. Aaron Dulay. Wow, he says he'll I mean, now that you're stuck to your word. On a fixed income, but selling organic lemonade on the side to fund the 99. That's a hustler. There's always a way. Thanks for you do. Newly departed from a horrific job, and I have the fire and drive to make this happen because I know the alternative. Somebody telling you everything to do, when to eat, when you're done. I'm all in. Keep hammering. All right, you know what? I like this guy's idea here. And he's got a positive mindset. Keep hammering, man. I like this guy. Keep hammering. And I like the name, Keep Hammering. So keep hammering. You're in, dude. You're in. God bless you, brother. Thank you for jumping on in. You're in. All right. I apologize for everybody else, but we'll continue to do this throughout the time. All right. And give you guys, wow, a lot of you are amazing people. This guy always says, soul's been my same. You do that every day, the same thing over and over again? Because I read that all the time. When I read it too, I was like, this guy says this every time. God bless everybody here on the channel. And thank you. This guy, I mean, he sent the $100. Right? YouTube took their $30, but it is what it is. So I went 30, he went 70. And there you have it. All right. Blessings on blessings to be alive. So the 50-minute, we want to see if the 50-minute can break out of the shoulder, head, right shoulder. That's a clear inverted. And it is shown support at 69.3, bounced twice, 3 times. But it's also shown resistance at 70,200. So we're kind of in a range here. And this also has some Adam and Eve vibes to it. A little a bit of a double bottom. And getting above the 200 SMA is a bullish sign for me. We've already played some quick scalps on the 1 minute time frame. We've had some fun today. Live trading. All right. This year, I'll retire my janitor mom. Love to you all. Shout out to Crazy IQ Genius. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Hammer time, right? Hammer time, right? For sure. I'll be an official 99er soon. Amen. Yeah. And remember, that guy paid for someone to get into the group. So I'm not letting anybody in the group, to make that really clear. That person was paid for. All right. I just want to make that clear because I want everyone that pays, your payment is huge. And it doesn't downplay your payment. So remember, that dude was paid for to get into the group. Someone paid for him. All right. Sam, what's the idea you mentioned in the past to use for verification? It's called RNS.ID. Go to RNS.ID today. All right. The $99 pays for itself, says Rave Song Records, and you can ask him why. He can tell you. He gave a beautiful testimonial on Twitter, man. Shout out to Rave Song Records. We love you. We appreciate you. And we thank you so much for your constant viewership, support, and hope your family and everybody around you is doing well, man. God blessings to you and yours. Thank you so much for being an awesome, awesome part of the live and of the Lifer community. We appreciate you. Stop losses pay more fees than limit orders. He's right. I think he's correct there. If you had limited out, it would have been even better. He's 100% right. That's why the fee was a little higher there on the stop. NVIDIA meme will fly today. You think so? Because NVIDIA is going to make a move and then we'll get that? It could possibly happen. I don't know. Only time will tell. We'll see. All right. Do you know Johnny Sins? No, never heard of him. Never. Okay, so can we stay above the 200 MA here on the 15? And that leads me just to continue to watch the perpetual on the 1 minute. Like, this is kind of what I do. And we got another little flag here. And this is a cup and handle, right? I mean, dang, I just missed it. I don't think I have time. It wicked down for me a little bit. Oh, that was on my other, yeah. That's why I was going to make the 15-minute trade on the bigger time frame. Yeah, I don't want to mess that up. I mean, look at that beautiful cup and handle. The cool thing is, too, when you trade in Bitcoin perpetual and you make a gain and then Bitcoin goes up, it's kind of weird because you make double gains, right? It's because not only do you make $100 on a Bitcoin trade because Bitcoin goes up, but then you end up with more money because the money you started with like is $108 or something. You know what I mean? It's worth more than what you started with. It's so cool. That's why I love when the market first started and we traded BTC pairs. And there was no tether. I mean, it was hard. You had to always, because you were always in the trade, even when you weren't. But, you know, you paid more homage to crypto that way, right? Now you can get in and out of Twitter, out of tether. It's kind of like, you know, you can be a fake crypto lover. Before, you had to be you had to be kind of holding some Bitcoin out after every trade, no matter what. I mean, that's a beautiful cup and handle, and we're continuing to stay above the 50. Sammy Cup and Heady, can we add the icing to the cake and add a couple more gains? Just want to add a little more gains to the day. Just greedy it up a little bit. Can we end the day with a beautiful cup and handle to the upside all the way to 70,500? Let's take a look at Bookmap and see what is happening. Let me kind of, you know, give you guys back up into that sports announcer voice here and get going. Well, let's take a look at what's happening to Bookmap for Bitcoin as we do get the spike up to the move. Boom, boom, boom. Sammy does it again. Scalp City here. And again, remember, this adds up over time. Next thing you know, you've had 5 straight trades. Or you've won 1 out of 6. You know, you've lost 1, you've won 5 straight. I mean, that feels good to see a green record, you know, and to see your P&L looking top notch because you had discipline. Then you could add a little bit more money, a little more discipline, but you got to be careful. People get too big for their britches and then they get rocked again. There's still way more liquidity below us. This says we have a vast move to the downside, but we got this level here to 71.2. So, but there's still, it doesn't look amazing. But look, we're pushing. And that's just why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside, baby. Let's go. Let's go. And remember, the 15-minute is above the 200 MA. That's what I'm watching closely here. Man, this is exhausting. When I'm done with this, I am exhausted. Raise the stop loss so I can barely lose any money at all. You see? Sharing my Casper gains. 99 is a great group. The membership pays for itself, and everyone is so supportive. Shout out to Ilya Sokolovsky. We love you, and we really appreciate you for doing that. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. You just bought my kids, pancakes, so I appreciate you, brother. Wow, we got a big move, everybody. We got another big, huge move to the upside. Out the Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Now we can raise the stop loss again and continue to just take gains. Now you saw me just starting to make... Now these scalps are starting to really, really add up over time now. I'd love to hit the target this time. Go all the way, baby. 15-minute going to carry us. Carry me home to the upside for Bitcoin. Who just saw that beautiful move to the upside? This is like the 4th time today I've given you a live trade. This is insanity. Make it stop, baby. I got gainitis all over me. Get it off. Get it off. Funny, I was doing this yesterday, and there was a dude in the house that was like here to do something with the furniture. And my wife had to explain to him that her husband was like a YouTuber that was screaming at the top of his lungs in the other room, like, and I was like, we got gainitis, baby. I can't take it anymore. And the guy's like, what is going on in your house, right? It's like, and look, I just took profits again. I don't mind scalping, baby. Woo! It's been a rush, man. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go. Let's go. This thing's going to hit the target. Sammy, and look at the beautiful Sammy Cup and Handy, man. Playing those cup and handles to the upside. Stop spreading it. Who's got gainitis all over themselves? Who needs gainitis cream? Who needs the cream? You need the cream. Now you need the cream. Now you need the cream. Who needs cream? Who needs the gainitis cream? Bang, 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 man. Why aren't you in my trading group with me, making gains with the lifer? Look at this massive bump. The only thing I do is sell a little too early. That's my one issue. Look at this massive pump to the upside. I just got to let it set it and forget it. I do when I'm not live, I just let it sit and cook, man. That thing would have made me $300. Oh my God, what a beautiful move to the upside. And we have to remember the 15-minute is above the 200 SMA. Look at that beautiful move, man. Stop loss to break even. You're in the money now. You can't lose. You can't lose now. I showed you how to school this market. We took so many little trades today. Today was a success on the live stream. I'll tell you, one of the best live streams ever out that we've ever put out. And we've done a dang near 1,000 of them. So come on now. Like today was just a clinic on how to get it in and how to have discipline. You saw multiple $100 trades over and over and over again. You saw me just take gains left and right. 119, 105, 103. You know what I mean? We just keep hitting it. Bang, bang, bang. And I'm not trying to say I make the biggest, some the coolest, but I'll tell you right now, that adds up. Like I'm trying to show you. Look, the account was at 53.80 or 55.80. Now we're about to hit 6,000. This is how you turn 5,000 into 7,000. I take the 2,000 out and I start dollar cost averaging into all coins that matter. And we do it again and again and again and again and again. And I use the 21-day moving average. And there you go. This is supposed to happen when the 15-minute breaks above. I should have made my long-term trade on that 15-minute. I thought about it too long. You can't think. You got to make a move. Learn from me. I still make mistakes. I'm not perfect. If I was perfect, I wouldn't be a human being. People crucify, I shouldn't say that, but people put me down for every little mistake I make, talk ish on my name. It's not easy being out here on a live every day with 1,000 of people ready to pick you apart. But I've learned to have faith in God. And honestly, after my parents died, there really ain't nothing anyone can do to hurt me ever again. After watching my mother die in front of me, there's nothing you could do besides my wife and my kids at this point, right? The 99 is the best. Fred and Sammy teach me everything. Started from the bottom, 1K, made 10K in 5 months. But I took all the classes that provided in the group. I'm so blessed. God bless Fred and Sammy God bless you, man. Thank you so much for being here with us. And we got a rejection at 70,500, which makes sense. 656 actually. 15-minute coming down a little bit. And the 1 minute, it's got to come back to what? The 21 day. But look at that cup and handle. And we handled it like a ball. That was just, that cup and handle was beautiful. That move was beautiful. Like, and it hit my exact target. Like, exact target. I do this on the weekly, daily, 1 minute, 15 minute, you name it. We bang on it. And lately, the live stream has been a money, like literally, you just come to the live, show up, get yourself situated. That's why, and remember I started with, why we start a 10-minute countdown, because you're about to learn so much. So much is about to happen in this next 2 hours. You have no clue what you're about to get hit with. And this is what it is, baby. I start motivated and I get crazy. My energy starts kind of getting really, really high. I start just feeling inspired. I love y'all. I love teaching. When I know someone, when you can pass knowledge to somebody else. Some say, if you're so good at this, why don't you just sit and get rich? Why do you sell, courses and stuff like that? To be honest, it's the courses gives me a personal connection to so many people. And they actually provide, my trading group actually even provides a social network for me. And yes, it costs money to be in my social network, because I think my social network is valuable, period. And I believe I'm a valuable person, and I think there's value in knowing me. And so, yes, I feel honorable. I feel no problem. Right. Anyway, so back to the basic at hand. No one even said that, but talk to me. Amen. Take that trade again. Small amount. Got out 9%, made great stuff. Amen. It's about little by little. And now you don't go and overtrade tomorrow. You know what I mean? You don't just go you don't force it. You take what you've been given. That 15-minute is hot when you break above it. Here's that next trade. Target 71,000. And then what happens is we see that a bigger move was made on the bigger time frame, but we didn't even notice, and that's what I do. Then I zoom out, I meditate for another half an hour, relax. I come back to the charts again and give you guys another update around, 12:31, just kind of see what happened. What did we just go through? What happened on the live? Because we were just battling it out, taking gain after gain. And I still don't even use my whole portfolio to do this. Look, and I've taken 5,000 to 5,800, right? In 2 days. I mean, that's over a 10%. That's assume we're going to be at a 20%, right? 1,000 to 5,000 is 20%. If you can't show that you could take an account and grow it, then you have no business using real money. If you can't do what I just did in a demo account, then you can't use real money. Period. All right. Everyone wants that Costco hot dog on Solana. I think it's kind of funny. Costco hot dog, right? May not be too funny to the people that are, that bought at the top, but most people didn't buy here. Most people bought here, here, and here. So most people are down in this coin. Some people accumulated down here. I'll give it to them. But I mean, is this the coin you want to be in? The Costco hot dog coin? Is that you want to say, hey, you want to tell your grandkids years from now that you made all your money on Costco hot dog? And I'm just joking around. I wouldn't mind. It would be the funniest story ever. It just, I don't know. You know what I'm saying, right? But he bought Solana and Bitcoin. But I made my money on Costco hot dog. And there's two guys with these giant mansions across the street from each other. I'm a Costco hot dog mansion maker. I wonder how we're going to look back and we meet people 20 years from now. They're worth millions. How did you make it? But Costco hot dog. How did you make it? You're probably a doji. Man, It's going to be all these millionaires made off of cryptocurrency. We're all going to know each other. What coin was yours, Kids, I got rich on corn dog Inu. Yeah, exactly. I got rich on rug Inu. On no rug pull coin, Anyway, this coin's resistance here at 6 cents. I don't like what I'm seeing for it. I'm, attempting to make some sauce out of it. Let me put in some real work here and really take a look. Let me actually care about this coin. Well, it's hard to do. You kind of had that elongated Adam and Eve, which I've seen play out. Hard to check, like this kind of weird. Meh. Then you kind of had this cup with a handle that did break out. So I'll give you that. You had a legit move there. You had a resistance that you broke through. You have support here, and look, resistance, bounce, bounce. So you're attempting to double bottom off of support, but it doesn't look good to me. Looks pretty red, and you also double topped at resistance. So it depends. And then technically, you kind of have this trend line that you broke, and you're attempting to play with again. I wouldn't touch it unless it gets back above 5.9, personally. If I was going to swing trade it. But if you like it, you like it, right? Who knows? Love you, Sammy. Appreciate you. Shout out to James Jones. And let's talk about the fan funding here and all the beautiful people here on the live. All right. And again, I want to let you know that this show isn't just live trading. Some people think all I do is live trade the 1 minute. I deep dive coins and I find gems. And I make calls on, on long-term positions. Like, I'll hold things 2 years straight. I'm like those Patreon people join when they don't trade. They just sit there and stare at the coins for years. I do that. Okay? And I know all the hot stuff behind the scenes, and I have access to a lot of data that I can provide for you too. And that's another reason why the 99 goes so far. I don't take days off. I put out leverage trades for Bitcoin on a constant basis. I'm always adding to your knowledge, and I'm always looking to see you get better as a trader. I want you to fly me somewhere on your private jet one day. That's what I'm hoping for. That's my goal. Shout out to Master Friend. MOC minutes today. Price will likely be weird until 2:30. Shout out to my man, Master Friend. We love you. Costco Hot Dog. We took a look at that. Hashback token pack about to list on MEXC in 14 minutes. Usually pretty treacherous when a coin just comes out. I'll take a look at it for you just to take a look for fun, but it's called PAC. P-A-C-K. And I'm sure this came out 10 minutes a while back, and there it is, just coming out. I did recently get into one. I bought one coin, UBXS, right? A smaller coin recently, which had a bit of a pump to the upside. Very small RWA coin. Still at 36 cents. But PAC, PAC just coming out. I don't know. When they first come out, it's kind of sketchy. You're just buying I'd have to really believe in the project, know what it is, and really understand it. The thing's been out, 20 minutes. You have to understand some of these came out on decentralized exchanges and have a lot of people willing to sell to. Don't just jump into a new coin on an exchange. You got to really know what you're doing. I just don't want you guys to think that that's an opportunity. It could be, but I don't want you to think it is. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know what you're doing. Be careful. 15-minute launched above the 200 just like it was supposed to. Beautiful. And that was our cup and handle on the 1 minute chart. See, we were inside of this candle making it happen. All right. Wow. Look at that volatility right there. The 15-minute candle just did. So now look at what you're starting to see. Wow. We have this wow, that was really, really weird. You see how the price action just flip-flopped? So, wow, we got another flag here that looks like it's worth trading. And you're low in the stochastics with the 21 in action. When the price is in your fancy, the price is in your fancy, right? And I don't know where I come up with this old English nonsense. I must have read too many books as a kid. Because I stopped reading them years ago and I started looking at the charts. I really haven't read a whole book in a long time besides trading in the zone because my mind's been in the charts. I've been in the charts day in and day out for years at this point. It has made me a bit boring because I'm not as learned as I used to. I used to know a lot more about all different things, but thank God I studied enough things and it was a jack of all trades for so long that now that I just do one thing, I know enough nonsense. Camping, golfing, I'm messing around, but when, that's something I want to talk about when you stay in the charts. You're in the charts. You dedicate your life to the charts for a long period of time. And, right, there's always a plus and minus to you get nothing without giving nothing. So, you don't get to make a bunch of money, live your dreams without giving something away, Like, I don't know what it's like to be able to hang out on Saturday night and not have to say, hey, I have to go do my live stream, right? Whatever, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying how seriously I took the stream, to the point I made the stream so serious that like life had to bend for it. Other people make life more serious and they don't make anything that important, and that's why I don't think they get anywhere in life. You know, you got to eventually make whatever your passion is more important than everything else. Oh, but I want to go to, but I got invited to Las Vegas with my friends on that. But I got this bachelor party to go to. Oh, but I want to do this. I want to do that. Oh, yeah, that's so. Everybody wants to do it all. They don't want to say no. They want to have it all. But then they're back at the same job with their 2 weeks off a year, asking for, on Sunday, could I get it? You know, I have to come in late because of a doctor. Asking someone if you can come in late because your doctor's appointment, you know? Telling someone that, you know, it's like school. You have to like ask for permission to do stuff. That's what I thought was so strange about being at work. Like, oh, by the way, tomorrow my parents are in town. I was just hoping I could leave a little early so we could, because there's a dinner set and I want. Okay, yeah, we understand. Yeah. I mean, I had a baby and never took a day off, right? I was one of the best workers you've ever met. Like, I never took a day off because I like getting paid. You know, I didn't like playing games with my money. And look, even as I win, I don't risk more. You know, now I can risk 50 for $200 again, right? And if I lose, I'll lose $50. I walk away. Maybe my last trade of the day, I win. I may just keep continuing to win. Like, who knows, right? But it's a head and shoulder. But right now it's getting defied. It's touching the 21, and the stochastics are low, and the 15 minutes on a tear because it's above the 200. So like once the 15 minute gets above, I can start using the 1 minute. I've said this before, but you get it, right? And I could still lose any trade at any moment. There's no guarantees I'm going to win any trade. Already up $5. I call that a fast cup of coffee. All right. Bring up this music a little bit. Shout out to the 1,415 people still here on the live. 11:58 a.m. We've had a 2-hour extravaganza here, banging on them to the upside. And not a lot of super chat. Like, you guys giving a lot of money, but didn't ask a lot of me. I appreciate that. Right? Look, this dude sharing his gains. This dude talking about how he's fortunate to have the greatest 1-2 punch in you and Master Friend. Thank you. Shout out to Master Friend. We love you. James Jones. Love you, Sammy. Appreciate you. Kazma Van Horn. The 99 is the best. Friend and Sammy. Right? And everyone's like, who's Master Friend? Master Friend's a buddy who teaches you how to trade hardcore leverage if that's what you want to do, and other things. We have a link here and a QR code if you want to jump on in today. It's an added $300 to jump into the trading group on top of it, but it's a one-time fee, and then you get into this secret room inside the trading group. It gives you access to his knowledge, which is just unbelievable. Shout out to Lazaro Alberto. I think Pendle's hot. I put out a trade for Pendle, and I believe Pendle's going to do numbers. Yeah. This trade is looking pretty good right now. Up $11, $12. We'll see what can happen here. Smaller trade, as you can see, the trade got smaller. I didn't put the pedal to the metal. Maybe I could have. Sometimes I double down. It depends. It's just been a good day of trading. I just want to continue to add to my bag. Take that $2,000 out and put it somewhere put it to work, and then do the same thing over and over again. You do that 10 times, that's 20,000. You 10x that. That's how you turn $5,000 into 200 grand, and then you continuously still have the $5,000 to work with. And you to get it? I'm always doing a lot of different things here in the leverage account. But then I'm mostly swinging my bag spot. I'm a big spot guy. I like spot a lot. I've been trading spot. Spot's how I made a lot of my money. So I like spot. Birdman hashback. Thank you, Birdman. Shout out to Omar Torres. Shout out to Chester. Shout out to Joe Alfio. The best of the space, never a day off, and gives his all. Sammy, can you take a look at TRB? Have a big bag. We'll take a look at TRB. And shout out to Crypto Plumber. I'm so fortunate to have the greatest 1-2 punch. God bless Crypto Plumber, man. We love you. Master Friend, much love. You and Master Friend, much love to you, man. And blessings to everybody that gave here on the live stream. We appreciate you and we love you more than you would ever know. Nice little flag starting to form here on the 1 minute. Low stochastics. And again, that 15-minute showing signs of a move. So we'll see. We will see. Only time will tell. I could easily lose the trade. You never know. Nothing is guaranteed in trading at all. Not one thing. Let's take a look at what my man was asking about, which is TRB. And I can't wait to reconvene and start another new stream. Oh, hello. How's it going, my wife? I love you so much, my love. Can I have a hug? If you come into the stream and give me a hug. Did you pick out this outfit for me today? Give me a kiss. Are they coming? Okay. Okay. The trade took a beat down. I might lose this one. Nah, we're not out yet, but we may lose. We lost the 21 and we lost the edge. I don't like that. $13. That's unacceptable. I keep the losses small. I keep the wins big. I keep the gains hot. We're still not out the water yet. Let's take a look at TRB from my man Joe. Joe, I love you, man. I hope everything's going well with your life today. Blessings to you and yours. Thank you so much for always being supportive and always being here, man. You guys have no idea. When people show up to the live and send love, hit the like button. We almost have 1,000 likes. We get 170 more people. We get to 1,000 likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes. We were getting 1,000 likes every single day. I don't want to beg, but as a community, we can really make it happen. You can make things happen with that like button. Let's take a look at TRB. I guess it's not on Mexi. I thought it was on Mexi. Just the perpetual is. So I guess I'll look at it on CoinX or KuCoin. I do have a look to KuCoin. If you do want to trade KuCoin, you can use an RNSID. Okay, so the last time I looked at TRB, I saw it in this little flag. It did break out. And it did make a little bit of gain. It's up about 90%, then came back down. Now it's only up about 4 or 5%, 4%. But it did not get stopped out, and it's still above the 200 MA. But again, every time I look at something, I have to re-look at it yet again. And back at 420 is, holding me down. Help me trade. Shout out to Let's Trade. Just show up every day and put in the work, my man. Open your chart and get it in. No one can fully make it happen for you. You got to make it happen for yourself. But thank you so much for the $19.99, man. That's insane. 4-hour green dot, RC Moore. We love you. Thank you. Love you, Sammy. So let's take a look at TRB. No moving averages. 3-day chart. And let's see what's happening. Had that crazy spike up to I never trusted the coin after that. MACD looks interesting. A little overbought on the stochastics RSI. You see that? A little high. Like I like it down here. Just had a nice run up from 48 all the way back to 120. So it's kind of slightly cooling off here. Technically kind of bottom there down at 50 though. So you should be good for some type of pullback into the, low 100s or the high 80s, something like that. I'd be looking for that 618 or previous support or resistance. So it has nice support here at 97. If it does end up breaking 97, you're looking for the golden pocket and the next support at 75. Other than that, it's going to go more sideways. I don't see it making a huge move in the next 5 to 10 days yet. I'd look for it to consolidate on this 3-day chart. Either in this pennant or downward. 75 to me would be a steal because it would be kind of like, and then its next move up to 213. That's that measured move. And it could even spill further, even higher to the resistance at 245. So it looks somewhat bullish to me, but I wouldn't enter right now. Daily looks interesting though. It's getting oversold, but it's curving. And you have to remember that the 3-day chart has precedence. So, and there's a lower high, low, lower high. Look for this to kind of consolidate. I'd give it at least, a week, about a week or more. I'd say 5 to 10 days of consolidation. And I could be wrong. Watch it pump tomorrow and go to the moon. But I just don't see it. Okay? Or TRB. BONK looks really beautiful to me, and I see BONK continuing to the upside. I really do. I called BONK earlier in the week, and it's up beautifully, up 50% and holding gains. And it was obvious. It was in the complex inverted. I just trade what I'm supposed to trade. And now look, BONK has broken out of the flag and still has momentum. I wouldn't be surprised if BONK continues today. And so I saw BONK in the shoulder, head, shoulder, the complex inverted head and shoulder, likely to make a move to the upside. Shout out to Omar Torres, we love you. And shout out to the first super chat on a live stream from Let's Trade. We love that you did that. A lot of people do their first super chats here, and $205 in chat revenue. You people are amazing. That's unbelievable. Blessings on blessings that everybody that came to the live and everyone that came here to help each other learn. The more people that come here, the bigger the stream gets. The bigger the stream gets, the more people come here. So when you show up, you help more people learn. Every time you add to what I'm doing, you help other people. And internally, that's a cookie for you in karma, and I think in general will give you good energy and help you on your journey. So we are all aligned with the right desires. Our desires to help others, teach with the proper technical analysis education. Again, just to make it clear, you're a student, I'm a teacher. I'll never go over your portfolio for you and tell you what to buy or sell. I don't do that. Our relationship is strictly student to teacher. And I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. And why do I dress up? I just personally like to dress. I like to dress up. I personally like to look sharp. I think it commands respect and honor, and I think there's a level to it, and I like to take it to that level. So, everybody, I put out Casper. I made a video about it when Casper hit a low, why I was buying it, when, and we found this cup and handle that blasted to the upside. Sammy, cup and handy. Cup and handles help you see things that normally would be a lot scarier to make the trade, right? And they're 23% gains. Bang, 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 right? And then out of the little flag that I put out recently, up 15%. And Caspa's still climbing. Back to 14 for Caspa. And I built a Caspa bag during these bearish times. I kept saying to everyone, I bought more. I have Caspa and I bought more. For what, I don't even know why. That's how much I like the project. I was buying more of it. So crazy. Let's see our trade. Still kind of sideways flat. Down 17. Remember, I lost the trade on the live. I don't win every single trade. I win the most of them, though. I lose way less than I win. I lose way less than I win, I'll tell you that. I keep it to as minimum as I can. I'm super selective on when and why I get inside a trade. I'm not over greed. I don't get greedy. Between trading and the super chats, I made $500 on the live today. I mean, that's insanity. I used to work so hard just to make $375, $400 before taxes. I used to have to go there on my bicycle, be there for 10 hours, pay for lunch. Insanity how much life has changed when I started going after my dreams and what I believed in. When I started showing up every single day for this channel, when I started showing up every single day, things changed. When I put my brand first and stopped working for somebody else, my life changed forever. And I wish that for everybody. And it started with the freedom that trading gave me. Wow, MANEKI, and when we looked at it too, up 163% from when I saw that bottom flag, right? But now MANEKI is in a cup and handle. So now this is where I start looking at MANEKI. And no one really knows about MANEKI. It's super small. It was trending on token metrics, so that's why I started talking about it. I put it out down here when it was a half a penny. It's about to crack a penny. What we want to see is we want to see the model. What is the model? We want to see a Fibonacci drawn to the golden pocket. Check, we're in the golden pocket. That would start at 0.8. We want to see some type of support or resistance levels. We have one bounce there. We're bouncing there. I like it. We have our target with our measured move. And this coin's new. Not many people know about it except for the deep divers and they're in the crypto fruitcakes and like me. The freaks, the crypto freaks, man. We're doing crypto all night long. Right? So the golden pocket. And then what I also want to see, who knows? I want to see hidden bullish divergence. I want to take the swing low, and I want to swing it up to the swing low, and I want to see the same thing here. And if I can get that to the downside, my goodness, we may have ourselves a bit of a party here. I like MANEKI. This is a trade I'm going to put out to the trading group. Now, it already broke out a little bit of maybe a smaller flag, and it boomed, but it's positioning itself now after, and then it got sold off pretty nicely after that, you know. So someone's been watching this. Somebody took some profit, but now they're leaving the scraps for us to pick up the pieces. And those, the pieces, I like to pick up the pieces. So you get hidden bullish divergence on Bitcoin. Thank you. I know, that's a picture of me. And everybody, after 12 o'clock, I usually bail. I got to leave. Hidden bullish divergence. This is the gem right here that we're looking at too. Nobody knows about this thing, man. We've only known about it for about a week and a half, maybe less. And I'm telling you, man, I'm going to find gems nobody else is paying attention to. Wow, the streams are just going so well, man. I'm so blessed right now. I'm just thankful. I'm going to pray extra hard tonight and be in an extra state of gratitude throughout the day. There's just no reason not to be in a state of gratitude today. Too many things going well. So 517, we talked about MANEKI. New coin alert, MANEKI trending, not saying to buy it or not. But now we observe it before we didn't know it existed. So like I just found out about it on the 14th. Yeah, so it's been a week and a day. But MANEKI, had you bought then, again, I didn't buy then. I still haven't bought. That would have taken some guts to buy the absolute bottom of that coin. I didn't know enough about it to want in on that. But I see this moving on the 4-hour time frame. And that's a big time frame for this thing. So I would watch MANEKI. I wouldn't be surprised if it makes some gains. High risk, but MANEKI. I think I can cram in one last super chat. And thank you so much for the new subscribers. Thank you for everyone that comes into the live stream. We appreciate you and we love you so much, and we thank you so much for your viewership. It really means the world to me. I was a guy working a night shift, dreaming of doing something different with my life. You know, the last couple of days I've really been thinking about the past and where I was. I don't want to spend too much time on it in my head because I need that space to progress. But you know, I've been reminiscing and thinking of where I was and how I got to where I'm at today. And what the things I used to think about, the you know, the dreams I used to have. And it's just so, I find it so fascinating. This world is so beautiful. Achieving your dreams is the greatest feeling on earth. There's nothing better than setting off to do something, working at it for years on end, and then finally getting somewhere. It took me like 15 years really to be able to put my stamp in my investment career and feel like I really got somewhere, you know? And at the time you have a career, you're working, but you're investing on the side. And if you're going to make investing your career, if it can eventually become your career, my gosh, like, man, it's like, it's the most rewarding feeling that anyone could ever give you. I'm telling you right now, it's worth more than all the money, and you'll have the freedom to never have to work for someone again for the rest of your life, to always be free, right? To say, no, I'm okay. I'm going to do me today. I'm not going to do what you tell me to do. And I'm 41 years old, everybody. Time will fly by so fast. All right. How can I join your class? I'll be visiting Florida soon. You don't have to be in the physical place. You could just hit the link to join class, man. But thank you for another $50 in chat revenue. $263 now. You people are amazing. So let's take a look at GRT. But look, I see MANEKI making a big move to the upside. And I'm getting back in the grind here when it comes to altcoins. I'm starting to feel, we're starting to put out more gains, starting to get free. We're starting to see more movement here. The market's definitely starting to come back in a major way. So this guy wanted GRID or GRDI, grid infrastructure, on the NASDAQ. Yeah, that's what you wanted. This thing is in the dumps. It's been in the dumps since it came out in January. So it's a brand new coin that I don't know if they had insiders selling it off or whatever happened. And all you can say is it's making a giant rounded bottom. It looks like MANEKI, which is funny, right? In a way, right? And we don't really see these that much. You'd have to really believe in this project to keep buying it. You know, set some key levels for yourself. But like if it ever gets back above 83, then it could possibly make some gains. I don't know what this is and what it does. It's high in the stochastics and still in a bit of a bear flag. Okay, baby. I don't know. To me, it says it's going to go lower. But, you know, it's hard to tell when something just continuously just gets sold off. No bearish divergence, no bullish div there really holding it down. I'd say it's got to break 83 and make a flag, then I can trade it. Okay, thank you. All right, everybody, I got to bounce. As you can see, my kid's calling me, pulling on my leg. I went 17 minutes over on the live, but you know why? I love y'all, and I can't stop. So stay blessed, stay amazing. Looks like we won the trade. Tell me I didn't get stoked out. Oh, wow. Look, we won the trade, too. And look like this one's going to make it all the way. I'm going to let this one cook. But we won yet another trade on the stream. We just banged on them. It does not stop. We were up even more at one point. Probably almost $100. But we won the trade, everybody. We stayed patient. They got really close to my stop. Look at that. But I did not get pinged. I live to trade another day, baby. 15-minute holds us down. Unbelievable. I mean, how could I be upset today? I'm going to get on my hands and knees right now and pray to God and thank God for everything that I just got. I got a great live stream. I got amazing people. I got good energy. I got $260 in chat revenue. I won every single trade that I put out. I feel amazing. I'm just taking this because I'm going to walk away for the day and I don't want to think about the trade until I get back. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you so much for everything. And I appreciate every single one of you more than you would ever know. I can only say it as much as I can, but thank you so much for your constant viewership, your constant support, your love. And man, we're back, baby. We're back. Let's go. Let's go. I'm excited. You know what? I'm going to take a big sip of water. And guess what? I'm going to teach you what the secret to success is. Do you know what the secret to success is? Getting started.